In local news, charges are to be dropped against Bogdan Vercherko, the truck driver who was driving down 35W and almost struck a plethora of protesters on the highway just days after Minneapolis police murdered George Floyd. This paired with recent events of another white man named Nicholas Kraus who sped down Lake Street, plowed into protesters on Lake and Girard, injured several, and killed one. This is alarming because it could set the tone for what accountability may look like for Nicholas Kraus or not, especially when Mike Freeman, the Attorney General of Hennepin County, has referred to Nicholas Kraus's actions as Dukes of Hazzard-like. Bogdan's attorney was quoted in NBC News. Defense attorney Kevin DeVore said the arrangement is what's right for his client and the community. Quote, "They had to prove my guy had the right sightlines to see the crowd in time, and it would come down to testimony in a trial about reaction times. So I think it was a combination of looking at the evidence and also what's right for him and what's right for the community." Yes, because as a professional driver, you didn't think it was strange that everybody was pulled over and you were alone on the highway. I also want to point out that Bogdan's attorney referred to Bogdan as my guy. What are you doing? You're his attorney, not his dorm roommate. And let's talk about that sightlines argument. Let's take a look at a video from MnDOT the day that Bogdan took his drive and almost mowed down a plethora of protesters. Here it is. Okay, here we look at the video. There's everybody pulling to the side of the road because they know better. And here's Bogdan barreling down the center of the road about to endanger countless lives of protesters on the highway. That is reckless, but apparently not chargeable. Minneapolis is in a state where it drops the charges against a truck driver who endangered the lives of hundreds that were protesting state-sanctioned violence. Minneapolis also didn't bring any charges to a white store owner, John Ripple, who shot and killed a black man, Calvin L. Horton Jr., while in a protest against state-sanctioned violence. And today, we're awaiting if Nicholas Kraus is going to be held accountable for committing vehicular homicide and killing Deanna Kanidik on June 13th while she was protesting, you guessed it, state-sanctioned violence. The question to you right now is, how do you feel about the safety of protesters and being able to engage in your First Amendment rights here in the city of Minneapolis? Let us know in the comments below.